Wie war euer Tag bis jetzt? Das hört man gern. Offensichtlich hat es bis jetzt gedauert, bis die meisten Leute wach sind, aber einer ist definitiv schon wach. Er hat mir hinter der Bühne ein ganz besonderes Panel versprochen. Und deswegen würde ich sagen, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here is Ricky Whittle. Ricky.
Guten Tag. Wie heißt du? Ich liebe auch. Ja, mein Deutsch ist schlecht.
Who thinks his Deutsch is awesome?
No, nein. Oh dear, well thank you very much for having me. It is good fun to be here. This is my first time. I have never been to Austria. I've been traveling for 2 days to get here from Los Angeles. That's funny, isn't it, Lainey? Yeah? Lainey booked my tickets. So we started on Thursday afternoon, and I got here this morning. And everyone keeps saying, oh, do you like Austria? How do you like Austria? I'm like, this is it.
It's kind of dark.
It's kind of dark. It's smaller than I thought. It's just 2 big rooms. 2 big rooms. So it just means I have to come back. So hopefully I'll come back again and visit Vienna. I keep hearing Vienna is beautiful.
Vienna is awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, I live there.
You live there?
So right now, when I'm in Wels, it's even more beautiful.
Really? There you go. No, but it's nice. When we drove in this morning, I looked around, and the city is beautiful, and so hopefully I can come back.
What would you say are the main differences between a city in Austria, as much as you've seen so far, and cities in America?
I have to be careful. Intelligent people. Austrians are intelligent. No, that's wrong, because now I'm not going to be allowed back in America. They won't let me. Mr. Trump will say, no, you can't come back. Ah, shut up. Build a wall.
Build a wall is a nice new term for go fuck yourself, actually.
So the dumb thing about the wall is the most immigration is by plane. That's a big wall to stop planes. That's how dumb this dude is. I've got in several times by plane. There's no wall stopping me. I skydived over once. That was fun. But yeah, so no, Austria, as much as I've seen, it's just older. It's cultured. It's history. You know, America is very new. So already you can see the architecture, the buildings. I said with my manager as well when I got to the airport, fashion. People have a nice fashion in Europe. Everything's very classy. Whereas in America, everyone wears baggy, you know, like oversized things. So like, everyone's a rapper. Everyone thinks they're like 50 Cent. And I'm like, you're not cool. You're just wearing a t-shirt that's too big. You need to find a t-shirt that's your size. I can't speak because I shop at Baby Gap. So I buy everything too tight for the guns. Yeah, thank you. And I learned, oh, there's me again. See, I learned that my pants are too tight. So when I'm signing autographs at the table and I have to get down, I have to pull my pants up because they're too tight. So maybe I should have worn rapper trousers so that I could lunge properly. They're a little bit too... Oh, that's too much ass. Too much ass. So, hello.
Well, if we just talked about the wall, you know, John Oliver, I don't know if you know him, an American comedian, once said the only thing that a 60-foot wall is going to accomplish is creating a market for 61-foot ladders.
Or just dig a hole. You can make it as high as you want, just go under. It's fine. But, or like I said, just book a plane. Virgin Atlantic, you know.
Or if you want to see how well walls work, that's a tongue twister, just watch Game of Thrones, so...
It just makes no sense, but it's fine. It's fine. As long as he keeps building his wall, then he's not paying attention to me. Causing trouble.
But it's actually really hard not to pay attention to you because your face is basically all over Amazon Prime at the moment.
Stop. I mean, go on. It is. I mean, I may have my face on buildings and billboards around the world, but it's fun.
How does that feel? Walking, I don't know if it's there, but over Times Square or something, and seeing your face basically as big as your ego, and you go like...
Wait a minute! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Is it that big? There's a big poster? Fantastic! See what I did there? I wasn't bothered about the ego. Yeah, okay. No, it's great because I'm a kid I'm not from money, or I was from a ghetto. I'm not from a good area, so to now be living in California, to see posters of my TV show and me all over the world on buses and bus stops and buildings and things, it's crazy. I get excited. In fact, in season 1 of American Gods, the very first time I ever saw my face, I was on my motorcycle and I'm riding, and a bus nearly knocked me over. And so I had to brake really hard and I skidded. And I was about to say, heck, Mr. Bus Driver, but with bad words. And I was like, ugh! And as I looked up, the bus had my face on it. And that was the first time I ever saw my face on something big. And so I was like, it's me! But no one could see because I had a helmet. So no one could tell, and so there was no one here, and so I'm like, oh, no, nobody see that? That's me. Oh, okay. I just drove off, but it made me smile on the inside, behind my mask.
But no one could see it.
But no one could see me. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, it's very exciting, and I hope everyone's enjoying season 2 right now. I think episode is it 6? Morgen? No, not Morgen. On Montag on Amazon Prime Video.
And why did you even get into acting? What was your main inspiration to?
Why did I get into acting? Because I wanted lots of girlfriends. No, really. True story.
Did it work?
No. They said I need to be funny, and it just didn't work. No, how did I get into acting? Why did I get into acting?
Why and how?
Why and how?
You can combine.
So I used to be a football player, but I had too many injuries. I was very accident prone, lots of injuries playing football and rugby. So my dad said to go to university to get an education, a degree. So I studied law because I wanted to be a lawyer. And when I was at university, I did a bit of modeling to pay for my books. And my modeling agent put me forward for a TV show called The Dream Team, which was about pretend footballers. And because I looked like a footballer, they said, yeah, he looks good. I went to the audition, And the guy who was going to play my dad, Terrence Maynard, I thank Terrence Maynard for my whole career. Because in the audition, my very first acting audition, he grabbed me by the chest and my nipple. It hurt a lot. And he threw me against the wall, and I was so scared because I didn't know you could touch people in auditions. So I'm like, what the heck are you doing? What the... And he starts yelling at me in this audition. And then, like, they said, cut. And they went, that was really good, Ricky. You look so scared. And I said, thank you. And I never told them I had no idea. So, if it wasn't for Terrence Maynard scaring me, they thought it was real acting. I was terrified. So thank you, Terrence Maynard. And so, they gave me a contract, and I just never looked back. You know, I play make-believe for a living. It's fun, you know. I call it Peter Pan syndrome. We never grow up, you know, and it's a lot of fun. And so, especially in American Gods, I get to play with all my idols, you know, incredible actors like Ian McShane, Pablo Schreiber, you know, Crispin Glover, Kristen Chenoweth, Gillian Anderson, all these incredible actors, Orlando Jones. So, it's a lot of fun getting to play with people I grew up with, watching on TV and movies, and I look up to them, and then realizing they're normal, and they're crazy like me, and we just have fun. So it's not really work. It's just a playground of kids having fun and playing make-believe. So I love it. I'm having a lot of fun on American Gods, and hopefully we'll get a good few more years out of American Gods yet, maybe about 5 seasons or so.
And with American Gods, I can hardly imagine how it feels behind the stage, because this show is so visually stunning and incredible when you watch it, when you watch the finalized episodes, that I often ask myself, what do you actually see during filming? How much of the final product do you actually have in your head while playing the scenes, while doing the show?
Sometimes you see everything and you're fine, because we do a lot, we shoot a lot on location. So we actually go to these places. So if anyone's seen episode 1 in season 2, House on the Rock, it's exactly like that. That house exists in Wisconsin, in the middle of America, where all the crazies are. That house is crazy, it's insane, and it looks just like that. But when you have all the CGI, the blue screen, the green screens, where they do Shadow's dreams and things like that, that is like awesome, because you're just in an empty room like this. It would be literally just like this, and the set will just be a small area like this, and they'll just put some bones and skulls around. This is just all green, green, green. And then you just have a director over here yelling at you, telling you what you see. And so, I mean, I've done this before sometimes at places. And so this is what I have to do as an actor. When you work with green screen and you've got to pretend, it's the best thing, because it's like your inner child comes out. So it's like when you're a kid and you play cops and robbers and cowboys and Indians and stuff. It's a lot of fun. You have to make believe. And so, I don't know whether you remember episode, I think it was episode 1, season 1 of American Gods, where Shadow's dreaming on the plane, and he sees the buffalo for the first time. So I don't get to see any of that, all that CGI afterwards. So all I get is, number one, they made this tunnel, so it's about this long, this tunnel. And then they cut out this scene where I had to crawl through that tunnel in this dream, and I'm dragging myself, and all these things were cutting me, and they didn't use any of that. So I dragged myself through puddles and dirt and thorns for nothing, because they didn't use that, so I was very angry. But when I come to the tree, I've got to pretend that this tree is here and it's magnificent, but there's nothing there, so it's all on me. So I come out of this tunnel, and I see nothing. It's just like an empty room like this. And so I go like this, and the director says, so it's a big tree in front of you. It's bigger than that. Wow. And it's so wide. Wow. The other side. Wow. Yeah, it's so huge. Look at the tree. I'm looking at the tree. Which part of the tree? All of the tree. I'm looking at all the tree. Okay, wow. There's a buffalo walking behind. The tree, Ricky. Oh. Where? The other side. There he is. Okay, there's the buffalo. It's a bigger buffalo. It's a big buffalo. No, that's not the buffalo. Where's the buffalo? So you're like this, and you go, okay, fine. There's the buffalo. And I couldn't figure out where the buffalo's eyes were, so they had to put these like two flames, like flaming tennis balls, on a stick. So now you've got a man walking towards me like this. Because he doesn't want to look at me, because he thinks he might put me off. So he's like, I'm being professional, I don't want to disturb your acting. That's more distracting. I was like, just do this. It's fine, that would have been fine, but no. So I'm watching this, and it's all like, believe, and all that sort of stuff. And so this director's shouting all this stuff, and you just have to hope as an actor that you don't look stupid when they put in all the special effects. But fortunately, we have in our post team, did anyone see Shape of Water, the movie? Do you know Shape of Water? Yeah?
Of course.
So it's the same special effects team that did that. And so they do American Gods now. And you know, they made the tree look spectacular, and the stars are all in the sky. They made the buffalo look so fantastic with the flames in the eyes. And did anyone know that that was Ian McShane's voice as the buffalo? Inside information. It's a little secret for you. So that was Ian McShane. But it's really fun. It really is fun, because you just become a child again, and you can just like let go, and you can imagine whatever you want. And I've got a very good imagination, so I love it when it's just me and the director tells you, like, you can see this, you can see that, because my imagination just builds a world like Jumanji. You know, it's a lot of fun. So I enjoy working on my own. I enjoy working with other actors, but it's fun to work in this beautiful kind of scenery that we use.
Because I remember the story about, I think this was Ian McKellen on the set of The Lord of the Rings, who basically started crying shooting one scene because the director always came to him. So, and now you gotta imagine, there's a table, there's a door, there is someone else, and he was alone in a green room just to film a scene inside of a house. And he couldn't get that. That was too much for him. And it looked insane.
He is 127 years old.
Approximately.
I mean, that's harsh. That's hard for a man who's 127 years old. It's hard for me, and I'm 17. What? Okay, 19. Oh, you got me.
But you're also used to working in a totally different field of TV, because you already mentioned the Dream Team, and what I researched and what I found incredible is Dream Team, you were on the show from 2002 to 2007 and did 111 episodes, and basically simultaneously started doing Hollyoaks from 2006 to 2011, where you started 240 episodes.
Hollyoaks, that's actually, they've always got that wrong on IMDb. Hollyoaks, I did over 400 episodes of TV. That's a lot. And so my character did so much. It was crazy. But it was a great education as an actor, because my character did everything. He started as a police officer. I ended up selling drugs in a nightclub. I then killed someone by accident. My sister was on drugs. My sister was Missandei from Game of Thrones. You know that one? Beautiful girl, big hair, translator. And so, yeah, that was a lot of fun. There's a lot of good people came from Hollyoaks who did some stuff. So it was a lot of fun, and that was a good education. But yeah, I prefer the acting in America now because they pay more money.
And what I find interesting is that in the 100 and in an episode of NCIS, you both play a character called Lincoln. So what I thought was, a few years back, did you ever think something like, come on, move over, Daniel Day-Lewis, this is my character?
I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis does a movie every 10 years. If you gave me 10 years to play a character, I should be getting an Oscar. 10 years. I mean, if you gave me 10 years to play Lincoln or 10 years to play Shadow Moon, there's a lot I could do with that. But I don't. I get like 10 weeks. 10 weeks to figure that out.
Hopefully you will be playing Shadow Moon for 10 years.
Well, Shadow Moon would be very old if I played him for 10 years. But yeah, I mean, we've been filming for 3 years right now, and we're only on season 2, so yeah, Shadow Moon could be 60 by the time I finish this. He'll be very old. Hopefully he doesn't move as much in the later seasons. Maybe he just drives. Just drives. I'm very lazy. I like to keep it simple.
No one believes you that.
No, I love doing action, and there's going to be some great stuff. So, episode that's on a Montag is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be like a backstory to Mr. Wednesday and his coming to America story. So there's going to be lots of singing and dancing in that one. And then episode 7 is one of my favorite episodes. And episode 8 is going to blow your minds too. But Mad Sweeney and Shadow get to fight again, which is going to be fun. We get to dance again this season. And did we? Yeah, I got injured again. Because season 1 we fought in the bar, the Crocodile Bar, and I ripped my wrist open. Pablo Schreiber burst his head open. He had to have his head glued together because he headbutted me by accident. And then when he threw me over the table, I ripped my wrist apart. I don't know where you get that there. Where is it? I'm not just flashing my guns. There's a scar in here. It looks very, very dodgy. It looks like I've slipped my wrist, but I didn't. It happened when I got thrown over the table and a bit of glass cut me. So there was a lot of injuries when we shot that first fight. And this time, it went a lot smoother. But I hope people enjoy that next week. It's going to be awesome. And Pablo Schreiber is literally one of the best actors I've ever worked with. What's that? Oh, this is another time I hurt myself. How do we see that? You can't really see. If you zoom in on that, that's me. See all the red? That's real blood. Because basically, my head hit a tree. But I don't want to spoil it, so I can't tell you how. But my head hit a tree, and blood like just went everywhere, and everyone panics because they're like, "Oh my God, Ricky's bleeding! Ricky's bleeding!" Yeah, don't give me your phone. Hold on. Lainey, get off stage! What are you doing on stage, Lainey? It must suck being really short. Good times. So that's my manager. See the respect I have? There we go. But yeah, so yeah, we get, there you go. Thank you. Dankeschön. So yeah, the show is very dangerous. We get in a lot of fights. We get a lot of injuries, but you know, hopefully it looks good in the end and makes it all worthwhile.
For you personally, what was the favorite scene you ever shot, apart from the imagining the tree part? Because right now, when you told you hit your head on a tree, I thought like, but you were imagining the tree.
I know, but I can't ruin it, so I can't tell you why I hit my head in a tree. You'll know in the next 3 weeks, you'll know why I hit a tree. I've already said too much. No, 9. No, I can't tell you. But my favorite scenes this season?
Both.
Both. Scenes when I'm on my own, because I'm vain. No. Oh, that's a tough one. I enjoy all my scenes. There's so many great scenes. I'm just going to talk about scenes that are coming up then. Working with Pablo Schreiber is a lot of fun. So you see a huge dynamic shift this season between Shadow Moon and Mad Sweeney, where they're never going to like each other, but they start to earn each other's respect. The fight's going to be a lot of fun, but seeing their relationship change has been a fun part of working out this season. Also, there's a beautiful scene with Laura, Shadow and Laura, which is going to be nice. But I don't know. There's so many scenes. Yeah, there's so many good scenes, but I just don't want to spoil anything, because if I tell you about the scenes, it'll ruin the story. So, yeah, I just feel very lucky that I get to work with these incredible actors. You know, they're a lot of fun to work with, and we all went out for dinner a couple of days ago because we all just get on really well. We're all good friends, and we have a lot of fun. So right now, we just want to go back to set. We want to go start shooting season 3. You guys haven't even finished season 2, but already we're thinking about season 3. So that's how much we love each other and enjoy this show. And like I say, hopefully it continues for a few more years after that.
Let's hope so, but we have to actually close the panel in a few minutes. So wow, I saw the red from the mic monitor up until to the stage. So something, I saw sparks flying. No, the last, let's say 2 questions I would like you guys to have today. So who wants, yes, I see 2 hands rising up.
I got you. Talk to me.
Okay. What is there to...
Your lap is very warm. Your legs are very hot.
Thank you.
Wait, what? No!
It's a TV show or a movie you want to work on, or maybe a company like, I don't know, Marvel you want to work with?
I like what you said there. Okay. See? Action Man. What TV or franchise or show or movie I would like to work on? I mean, you mentioned Marvel. Yeah, anything in the superhero universe, Marvel, DC. People throw all sorts of things at me, from, you know, Green Lantern to Silver Surfer, and you know, there's so many things out there that I'd love to do. It's a fun world to be in. Obviously, James Bond's every British boy's dream to play that sort of thing. But for me, I'd also like to just play some comedy. You know, with Lincoln in The 100, American Gods, with Shadow, the most recent. Everyone knows me as a stoic, serious character, and obviously I'm a bit stupid and crazy, and I'd like to do maybe more comedy. So maybe if I could do maybe a romantic comedy, working with, you know, a young lady and goofing around, being silly, just to show a bit more versatility, show a bit different. What?
It's not you. You can stay here. Okay. Someone else got just called out from maybe parking somewhere you shouldn't.
Stop parking where you shouldn't. Next question was back here. Okay. Octavia. Okay. I'm coming in. Okay. Can I sit on you? Yeah? Dankeschön.
So my question is, if Lincoln was still alive, what do you think, where would he be?
Okay. Action roll. If Lincoln was still alive, where would he be? In Austria. Relaxing, away from that crazy Octavia. She went nuts. See, that's what, see, when a woman loses a good man, she goes, man. I actually don't think Lincoln would let Octavia get to where she has. I don't watch the show, but I've been told she went a bit nuts and crazy. And obviously that's just a rebellion and a response after Lincoln, spoiler alert, dies. If nobody's seen The 100, I mean, you know he's gonna die. I'm on American Gods now. He had to disappear somehow. But yeah, because Lincoln died, she went a bit crazy. And I just feel that if she had that in her, which she does, and she always had, Lincoln brought that inner warrior out that was always there. But I feel that he would have been able to keep one hand on the wheel, if you know that expression. So like, if a car's driving and gonna crash, Lincoln would have put his hand on the wheel to bring that car back onto the road. And I think maybe they would have fought together and been stronger together to create more good and to try and bring people together. Because that was the fun thing about Lincoln, was that he was a morally good character. And for me, I think the end was poorly written because I feel that we need to show more positivity in the world. And I feel that we need to show that good things do happen to good people. And so, for me, there could have been a different way, a different ending to that. You know, Lincoln going off on a quest or something like that that Octavia would have understood in time. But at the end of the day, it's a fantastic show, and I hope they continue with the rest of their seasons. And Lincoln will have his own show. We'll have a spin-off, The Lincoln Chronicles. The Lincoln Chronicles on my hiatus, in between seasons of American Gods. So that'll keep me busy. All right.
Actually, we will still have time for one more question. What? So, who wants to have Ricky
Another
sit on
commando
her
role?
lap?
I'm coming. I'm coming. Sorry about my bum in your face. I told you these pants are tight. I'm sorry.
What is your favorite god?
What is my favorite god? Another? That's two questions.
And believe you are another god.
So what is my favorite god?
Yes?
And
Do you believe in him?
do I believe in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Watch out, there's a tree on stage.
Okay. What was the question? No, it's, no, what was the question? Oh yeah, no, I remember now. Sorry. I'm back. Okay. What is my favorite god? And do I believe in God? Yes or no? Ja? Nein? Ja? Okay. Whew, it's getting hot. So my favorite god in the show? Or ever? Ever? Can I make one up? Can I make one up? No? It's gonna be real? I mean, no, we won't go into that. Okay. My favorite god. Well, I'm gonna answer both questions in one. Okay, so I was raised a Catholic. And so, obviously I believed in God and Jesus and things like that growing up, and when I was at school, I was raised by nuns and priests, which were very scary. But for me, like the show, it doesn't matter what you believe in. I just believe in something. Like, I don't understand a God that allows children and animals to suffer. I don't understand a God that allows evil people to prosper and good people to suffer. But I know that I live a very happy life. I wake up every day, that's a blessing. I'm breathing, walking, I have a great job, I have beautiful friends and family. I'm here in Austria because of the passion and support of you guys, you know. So anyone in this room should feel blessed because we're all alive. We're all kind of able to do things that a lot of people can't. So we're all very blessed and we're all very lucky. And so I will always say thank you before every meal. I'll always say grace before every meal. Because I'm always eating, that way I know I'm always going to be thankful. So at least 3 times a day I'll say grace before my meals, just to say thank you for the life that I live, because I feel very happy. And yes, I have problems. I have a lot of problems. Don't think that my life is perfect and I'm perfect. I'm not at all. I make mistakes, I have problems, I have issues, I have things that I worry about, but I say that life is about making choices, and happiness is one of those choices. I don't look for happiness, I decide to be happy. So when I wake up, today's gonna be a good day. I don't have bad days, I have bad moments. There are moments like, I tripped over, I hurt my leg, or my girlfriend broke up with me, or they're bad moments, but I won't let it ruin my day. And if I don't let it ruin my day, that won't ruin my week, month, year, life. I focus on the positives. And so I just believe that you should just always focus on the positives and whatever makes you happy, as long as you're not hurting anyone. So if that's a God, if that's another religion, if it's your favorite Britney song, I don't know, is she still relevant? I don't know.
No.
No? Okay. Lady Gaga. Oh, wait, is that more modern? Ariana Grande? David Hasselhoff? I know you guys love David Hasselhoff. What? Could you explain why? I don't understand this one. Okay, I lived in England and America. The guy's a legend, but he can't sing. Why is he #1 in Europe? Pardon? But why would you buy his album? You ask your parents? This is why you can't have nice things. Okay, so anyway, I believe in something, I don't know what, because I've never met them. But I'm just very grateful for a wonderful life, and I will always try and spread more positivity whenever I can.
Those were some inspiring words. Thank you very much, and thank you guys so much. Ricky Whittle.
Thank you very much.
If you want to see Ricky on stage again, and I know you do, he will be back tomorrow at 13:30 at 1:30 in the... I'm going to close this real quick. Thanks so much for coming, Ricky Whittle!
Thank you very much.